All right, let's bring another. You just saw her actually, so this is a little odd with the how we did this. But the difference between dreamers and doers is action. Action is the great separator. And it's also the difference between the wishful and the wealthy. People who take action win. This next young lady has taken a lot of action. And I've had the great pleasure of working with this young lady for many years. And she's got a heart of gold. Her goal is to help business owners develop relationships with their clients, help people reach financial goals beyond their wildest dreams. She is a mother of 2, grandmother of 5, and wife of 1. Way to go, Doc. You just have 1 at this time, right? Okay, we're good. Guys, please help me welcome from Lowell, Mass, Doc Richards.
All right, I can do this.
You are doing it.
When I joined SendOutCards back in June of 2011, when my friend Ian introduced it to me, I had no idea how I was going to do this. I was never in sales and never in network marketing. Fresh out of high school, I went to work at Hanscom Air Force Base, and I spent 37 years there. Hopped around a few jobs for a while, and then became a public affairs specialist, and finished my last 24 years in that office. So I didn't move around a whole lot, didn't do a whole lot of networking. So as I was nearing the end of my career, I was paying attention. I mostly just showed my family and friends SendOutCards and showed them what I was doing. And then as I was getting ready to retire, I'm like, well, this is going to be my only job. I better do better at it. How am I going to do this? How am I going to go and talk to people? Because my husband can even tell you that if we went to a party and I didn't know anybody there, I would beg him not to leave my side until I felt comfortable. He knew he could slip away when I was happily engaged in conversation. So one night, on a Monday night leadership call, I was listening. Back then, Cody Bateman did them. And Ivan Meisner was his guest that night. And he was telling us that the best way to build your SendOutCards business was to join a strong networking group, such as a BNI, and also to look at the softer networking groups, because that's how you find visitors to bring to your BNI group. So like a Chamber of Commerce, Rotary, Lions, things like that. So I set out to find a BNI group as I was getting ready to retire. There was one forming in Lowell, so I went to check it out. They made me go visit a working chapter so that I would know what I was getting myself into and what I could expect, how I could expect it to help my business. So they sent me to one in Chelmsford. There was over 55 people in that room. I was terrified. I was scared to death, wanted to run out, but I stayed. I stuck it out, and I joined right after I retired, and I've been a BNI member ever since. In fact, when I joined, I was their first vice president, because I figured a little trick is if I have a job to do, I'm helping others and I'm not just doing it for me. Always constantly trying to push myself outside that comfort zone. And I have to thank Sharon and Carol, because lately they've been nudging me further and further outside that comfort zone. One of the things we learn in BNI, that it's lifelong learning. So this is a lifelong learning experience for me tonight, because when I found out that the numbers were getting up to 250 people, it was difficult, because I had said, yeah, I'll speak there. What, we're going to have maybe 100 people there? Thank you.